Ladies and gents, good morning. How you doing? It's a bit of a cold day again here in Tokyo, but I've been really busy over the weekend just getting this ready and playable. Now, this is an Ibanez RB824, and this is what I call a rescue base because this is something that I'm doing. Sometimes I get in stuff which is just it's broken, no sound is coming out, the body's dinged to hell, but the neck is healthy, and the circuit maybe doesn't work properly, but it just needs needs some repair. And this was one of them. It came to me covered in stickers. It looked awful. It had been dropped, and it was held together with tape in one place here. And you can see that there's actually a seam along here, which is where I had to clamp and glue it again because the whole control compartment had almost broken off. So I re-glued it, and I sanded it. Well, there's so many stickers on it from years ago. This is a 1984 model, and so I sanded the top down just to see what the wood was like underneath, and actually, pleasantly, it's very pretty. You've even got some flaming on the wood here. So it's really quite beautiful, actually. And same with the rear, the back of the neck. I've left the back of the body. It's still got some sticker marks on it, which I'm in the process of cleaning off. But I just wanted to make this video because I have time now to do it. Yeah, I did the same on the neck because the neck was covered in dings, and I managed to get it feeling really, really nice, actually. And now, before there were so many blemishes in the paint work that you could feel it as you were playing, But now it's smooth as you like, and it feels really good. So what I'm going to do anyway is just demonstrate it to you using by the way, you've got coil tap switches here for both pickups. This is a balancer here. This is your tone. It's a weird setup, and this is your volume. Balance, tone, volume. And the reason it's like that is because of the wiring inside it made more sense with the proximity of the switches and everything to do it that way. So balance, tone, volume. And what I'm going to do is just playing the bass line on the front pickup with the coils fully activated. Let's get a beat going. Okay, let's do that. Alright, I like that. And then let's swell in some chords on the rear pickup. So I'm dialing the rear pickup now. And tone up. So there's some chords, and then I'm going to go balanced with the tone up. All coils on, I think that's all coils on, and just double up the bass line. There you go. Let's turn the tone down. So I mean, it plays like butter. It's absolutely very, very, very easy to play. Now if I turn the tone up again, so that's with the tone up and balanced, and then if I go on the front pickup again, so I mean that's wicked. And then with the tone down on the front pickup, let's just kick this in the background. So I mean, it plays really, really easily, as you can hear. Let's hear the rear pickup now. Here's your rear pickup coil selector. So with the tone down, rear pickup, rear coil, I think it is. Oh yeah, I mean it's just beautiful. Listen to that, that's lovely. What a lovely tone. And then if I go full coils, get more of a Music Man kind of tone. Rear pickup. then with the tone up, let's turn the tone right up. Go single coil again. Turn it down. Turn up. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Yeah, and then I mean, you get the idea, right? I mean, it's an insane instrument. It plays really well, and you know, I put a lot of love and attention into this. Yeah, I mean, this one is going to be priced at $350, which is very reasonable considering it plays very well. The neck is healthy. There's no warping. The truss rod works properly. The bridge, all the hardware is original, apart from the dials, which I replaced because they didn't exist. It came without dials. You know, I've repaired the circuit because that wasn't working properly. And you know, I did all these kinds of things like put wood laminate on the pickups, did the sanding and oiling and stuff on the top here. It's a kind of satin finish. It's very comfortable now. This part was like this already. I don't know why. I don't know. The previous owner of this was obviously in some kind of punk rock band, and it was beaten, covered in stickers, and you know, this is why I call them the rescue basses or FunkJunk, because these kinds of basses, I can't stand to see them mistreated and just kind of dumped and not used anymore, because they're good, you know. They're really good. They're made well. This is of course Ibanez, which was made by FunkJunk. This is a 1984 one, and you know, they always play well and they sound great. Usually, I've had many of these models in, and they have very little in the way of problems at all. I mean, sure, back in the day they weren't that expensive, maybe like $600, something like that, on the market then. And then you got the higher end ones, which you've seen. I've done some demonstrations on those, had those through before, like the 924 MC Musician Series, which is the you know, neck through and everything, and those were like, you know, around $1,000 back then. So you know, this is the kind of cost performance level of Ibanez back then, but still made in Japan, and to exacting standards of the FunkJunk factory back then. Back then, of course, these were made, a lot of them were done by hand, weren't they? Because they didn't have the CNC routers back then, so the bodies would have been shaped by hand and everything. And this one is in good shape, you know. Playability wise, I mean, aesthetically, yeah, sure, it's you know, I've done what I can to make it look pretty. I think it looks a lot better than it did, and it certainly plays really well, and it's very comfy now that I've stripped and sanded the neck down and refinished the neck there. Got rid of the blemishes. Yeah, I really like it. Yep. So this one is going to be up in my eBay store. You'll be able to purchase it. I'm putting it up at $350. I'm hoping to get around that for it. You know, minimum of $300 because I put a lot of work into it. And I think anybody who gets this will see that it plays really well. It sounds great and feels very comfortable. It's light too. I mean, you're talking about 4 kilograms, this one, which is fairly light. So there you go. That is by the way, this I'm going to be doing much more of this now that I have the time. I'll be rescuing a number of other basses that I get in, because I can't stand to see a good bass abused and not used. So I want to give them a new lease of life, you know what I mean? Make them functional again, and something that people would enjoy playing. So this one is certainly a lot of fun to play. Feels great. You know, action is down to 1.5 millimeters at the 24th fret and less than a millimeter at the 12th fret. So the yeah, and you've got slight relief there. So I'm just showing you there, you know, how it still functions all the way up the fretboard without any problems, even with this very low action. So there you go. That's the MC824 FunkJunk bass. That's my new brand for these rescue basses that I get in. I don't know if you can see that. It says there, I made a truss nut cover for it because that was missing, and that has my little FunkJunk logo on it. It's not really a logo, it's just a stylized piece of writing, really. It's not focusing properly there. Let's get the camera in, try and get that to focus. There you go. And you can see the body. It's got some lovely figuring in it. It's a 3-piece body, by the way. And this is where it was cracked, and it's been clamped and glued back together. So that's nice and solid now. I wouldn't drop it though if I was you. You know, warranty doesn't cover droppage. And I've covered the pickups, as you can see. The bridge is original. It's all working perfectly well. So yeah, I mean, it's a great bass, plays good. I hope you like it, and yeah, you should check out the photographs, because on the video here it doesn't do it justice, but it'll be listed soon. Thanks for watching.